Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Together with the Office Blokes.
Yes,
It
indeed.
is true, the Delta operators of reaction channels we've been described as.
Absolutely.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
Nice.
tier one. That's what it is. Yeah, nothing to follow up with that, really.
That's all right. It's explained everything nicely.
Yeah, feel free to disagree in the comments section, argue about it, and have long threads of comments in there. If people want to debate it, that's all good. We're going to do a bit of popomedic.
Oh,
It's been a while, hasn't it?
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Long time.
His new video, Delta operator smokes bad dudes in
Bamako.
Ah,
Mali.
Is that where it is?
I think it's the capital of Mali, isn't it?
right.
I'm
Yeah,
not
don't
sure.
know, not sure.
I was going to call it Bamako, so
Bamako.
I'm definitely not the one to ask. With real footage. Love a bit of popomedic.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Amazing videos, well edited. Music's always
Yeah.
good.
always good.
Yeah, let's do it. Delta operator smokes bad dudes in...
Bamako.
There you go.
Friday, November 20th, 2015. A Delta Force operator, serving as an advisor to the U.S. Embassy in Mali, quickly found himself in the middle of a deadly assault on the luxury Radisson Blu Hotel after 8 gunmen marched room to room, hunting down innocent civilians.
The breaking news out of Mali, a massive hostage situation at a hotel, and now we are hearing 3 people are dead.
And with little to no support or government approval, this rogue operator loaded out with his personal kit and stormed the hotel, where he marched room to room, hunting down the gunmen. In 2015, Delta Force operator Kyle Morgan was on deployment in Africa, working a special assignment as a Task Force DoD advisor to the ambassador of the U.S. Embassy in Mali, with the primary objective of fostering and enhancing relationships between both the embassy personnel and the local community. But despite his diplomatic activities, Morgan, an experienced operator, maintained his readiness, keeping his kit within reach at all times, knowing full well that the region was plagued by various terror cells who mainly recuperate in the region. Terror cells such as Al-Mora Batoon, a group recently targeted by U.S. warplanes months prior in Libya.
Major al-Qaeda militant targeted in Libya.
And after their leader Mokhtar Belmokhtar was unable to be confirmed dead or alive following the strike in Libya, U.S. and U.K. intelligence feared Belmokhtar could potentially be recuperating and rebuilding his group in Mali.
They have not confirmed whether he is dead or alive. The Pentagon
And feared
saying
Belmokhtar would become more focused than ever in his goal of destroying Western targets. And one of his easiest targets was the luxurious Radisson Collection Hotel in Bamako, also known as the Radisson Blu, positioned in a relatively modern and upscale region of Mali, known for its embassies, international organizations, and shopping malls. The area hosts a dense population with a high volume of Western nationals doing business at their respective embassies, many of whom stay at the hotel. Al-Mora Batoon wasted no time and launched an attack on the hotel only 4 months after the attack in Libya. And on the morning of November 20th at approximately 7 a.m., Kyle Morgan was phoned by an embassy staffer warning him of an ongoing assault at the nearby Radisson Blu Hotel, reporting that 8 heavily armed gunmen were running rampant throughout the building, and that the embassy deputy next door wasn't answering his phone. Morgan quickly loaded out, grabbing his HK-416 and his plate carrier, and sprinted next door to the deputy's residence. As he made contact, the deputy was on his phone with his security personnel, currently stuck inside the hotel.
It's kind of similar to the Kenya.
Was
it
gonna
Nairobi?
push- It was a different one, wasn't it?
That was a
'Cause-
shopping mall,
Shopping
wasn't
mall,
it?
correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, it was
Yeah,
a similar
that's
sort of
right.
thing. There was one guy who was he was off duty. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if he was British, though. Was he SAS? I think he was.
He was at, yeah,
He was
I think he was SAS,
He was off duty, sort of like in
That's
Nairobi.
right. Yeah.
But similar sort of setup, what he was doing, and he sort of like charged in.
Yes, it was a different
Kind of
one,
remember
wasn't
this
it? Yeah.
story a little bit.
I think they're all off duty until they're on duty, aren't they?
They're always on duty.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
as soon as you sign up to the military, you're always on duty.
Yeah, it's-
You're never
Yeah.
off duty.
It's
Especially
just-
certain places around the world, they're always on edge and always ready to go, aren't they?
Plausible deniability for the government. That's all it is. It's like, no, he's off duty. He's
I was in a
just-
country. I was in a
Yeah.
country one day, and I got talking to a group of lads, and in a bar. They were all quite stocky lads, sort of thing. You know, you're just chatting away. I'm like, "What are you all doing here?" And they're all like, "Oh, we're working for the government over here, and like an oil and gas project sort of thing." I was like, "Oh, okay." And they're all from Colombia,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "We're in Colombia. It's not megally known as something that's in the oil and gas world, you get people from South Africa, you get people from
Some
Scotland, you
certain
get
things,
people
innit?
from the Middle East, you get people from different parts of the world, but never Colombia. I've really sort of come across them. Come from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Don't know, but I don't think they were. I think that's what these were.
Really?
I think it was special forces from Colombia.
I think these guys are all over the world, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Sleeper cells,
I think so.
training,
Yep.
diplomatic
Yeah, I think
relations,
you're
all
right.
that sort of
I
stuff.
think you're right. Yeah.
And under attack, Morgan, realizing nobody else was coming, informed the deputy he was going to rescue them. The deputy looked at him like he was crazy and ignored him. Morgan doubled down and informed the deputy he wasn't asking. He took their room and phone numbers and sprinted for the hotel. Morgan received yet another phone call from the U.S. Embassy staffer, informing him of an American who just called in, reporting he was stuck inside the hotel within the dining hall, which was actively on fire. To reach the American first, Morgan sprinted toward the side of the building engulfed in flames and burst through a service door, successfully breaching the hotel. He then followed a path of casualties to the stairway and bolted up the stairs to locate the dining hall. Once inside, he was unable to breathe through the thick smoke. He then dropped to the ground and crawled his way to locate the American. Once located, he then herded a group of civilians stranded in the dining hall and evacuated the group from the building, where he then phoned the embassy and organized a shuttle to escort them away from the area. Morgan then returned inside to provide aid and hunt down the gunman, as security personnel on the scene desperately attempted to do the same. The U.S. Embassy staffer continues notifying Morgan of various civilians trapped within the hotel. He picks up a piece of paper off the ground and writes down their room numbers and goes room to room kicking down doors until he finds himself face to face with the gunman in the stairwell. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor.
Can you imagine any other country being like that? Like, get me a list of all the Americans in the hotel. I'm going in. I'm going to get all my countrymen and women out. It's just,
I think it's a common thing overseas.
I'm sure it is. Like, there's orders to save people and things like that. But it seems like such a, I'm going to get my guys.
I think it
sort of
happens.
thing.
I think a lot of countries do it wherever. It depends on what territories you're in, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think if you're in sort of like danger territories, we always had like evacuation, sort of like instructions, what to do. If anything happens, these are what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
These are the rules you've got to
Yeah.
follow. And you take it from, like as soon as you go to certain countries, you have to let the embassy know you're there, sort of thing. So they have a list of who's there and where you stay and what the address is.
Right. So
Sort
it's
of
an
thing. And how
emergency.
many people, what day you're there,
Right.
what hours you're leaving to, what your plans are when you're there.
So if they have, the embassy have some sort of team they can call on, they're going to use that list.
Yeah,
to
they'll
try
use the
and
list.
get
Yeah,
rid
I was
of
probably
men.
at the bottom of it. There's no way. I was probably like, nah. Ooh, we used to get a bit important. We get a little bit more important, But you go into some countries and you're probably only 2 or 3 Brits in the country.
Yeah.
You said when you go there, and you seldom you're going to find like a handful. And like you say, in certain countries you go to, but you've got to be prepared to sort of like you're a proper minority. And a lot of people hate you in a lot of countries where you go just for being who you are.
Yeah.
Number 1, you're white. Number 2, you're British. Number 2, you're fucking annoying. You shouldn't even be here. We don't want you here.
Yeah, I get that.
So you're fighting as soon as you go in, sort of thing. You're fighting a losing battle, sort of thing. But
This guy's an absolute hero so far.
absolutely,
Isn't he?
that's what they do. This is like you said. These people around, all scattered all around the world that you don't even know of.
Yeah.
That are there just to do this job to make sure their countrymen and their embassies are safe.
It seems like he had local security personnel with him or was coordinating with him in some way, shape, or
I
form.
don't think anyone's stupid enough to go in on their own.
No,
When
but-
they're fighting against people like the Al Qaeda or
You've got eight gunmen in there.
It's possibly
decent amount,
like hunkered down local security that have secured a portion of it, and then he's going in and he's going to do the room by room with some guys on his back or
when
something.
when you look at places in West Africa, all these armies of them, they all stick together. When you look at all the what do you call them? I guess terrorist organisations now that sort of like panned up across West Africa. There's loads. They all go against. They're all sticking together to fight in the West, sort of thing. So it's tough.
/popomedic, or check the link in the description down below. After clearing and evacuating the first few floors, Morgan continues on through the emergency stairwell and ascends towards the upper levels. Concurrently, descending gunmen unexpectedly converge with Morgan in the stairwell. Instantly, both men open fire and leap backwards around their respective corners. Neither Morgan or the gunman were hit, but enraged, Morgan got to his feet and aggressively reapproached the gunman until he heard the sound of a pulled grenade pin. The explosion rocked the building and Morgan, bringing him in and out of consciousness. And although disoriented, Morgan was spared of any injuries, let alone shrapnel. He quickly got back on his feet and approached the stairs once again, only to be thrown another grenade. Morgan quickly burst through the door of the stairwell and realized he needs help. With his rifle covering the door to the stairs, he dials the embassy, asking for any assistance he can get. And shortly after, a group of local security personnel meet Morgan at the stairwell, none of which speak any English. He begins physically placing men in various strategic locations among the stairwell and elevator shafts, blocking all egresses within the building, creating a vacuum seal on the terrace located on the top floor, buying Morgan enough time to continue clearing floors and evacuating civilians. Meanwhile, Morgan's former teammate, embedded with a small French assault team in a neighboring area, arrives via helicopter and breaches the hotel by 1 p.m. Morgan rendezvous with his team and stacks up in the rear.
You know, the first thing that was said was, "Nice of you to join me." As soon as his team get there, just been handling it all on my own. You know?
Yeah.
As the team advances, the French assault force begin exchanging fire with one of the security personnel members Morgan had positioned near the stairs, resulting in a French soldier taking a round in the helmet. They then quickly decided to move Morgan up front and take the lead. Yeah, no shit. Morgan led the team to the top floor and successfully located the gunmen, who had barricaded themselves within a large storage room with a single entrance. Within was an additional door in the rear, leading to a smaller closet space, where the gunmen were hiding. Despite attempts to breach, the assailants held their ground, opening fire on the door repeatedly. With no alternative entry points and facing a barrage of gunfire, the assault team resorted to using a shield to push through the singular doorway, exposing themselves to the gunmen's fire. And the shield bearer was struck in his arm and hand, causing severe damage. Yet he maintained his grip, enabling his team to lob a grenade directly on top of the gunman, hiding within. One survived the blast and attempted to pick up his weapon, at which point Morgan entered the room and finished him off.
This man says he heard really loud shots and screams and men speaking in English, saying, "Come on, shoot here and there." Malian special forces moved in. They were backed up by their French counterparts and one off-duty American special forces member.
In the days following the attack, Mali Special Forces arrested 2 men along the outskirts of Bamako in connection with the attack. It's alleged up to 4 remain at large. In total, 170 were taken hostage, 20 of which were killed. Only 2 gunmen were found dead. Kyle Morgan spent over 12 hours in the hotel and kicked in more than 50 doors. Weeks later, Morgan would return to the hotel and remove the storage room door the terrorists hid behind and converted it into a beer pong table, which remains in his house in North Carolina, where he resides today. He now teaches active shooter training through his company, Blue Bearing Solutions. This isn't a sponsorship by Kyle Morgan, but we're going to get him past 10K.
It's like that pressure, that monkey off my back of, they need Kyle Morgan. Oh, then, I'm 965. They need me. No, it's not. The fucking next man up. It's a machine. This country needs that. The world needs it. I don't.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. Absolute badass.
Yeah.
There's danger there, though, isn't it? You're fucking right in the hotbed of dicking about over there, aren't you?
Yeah, you've got to be on your toes, haven't you?
Yeah.
People like that are brilliant, aren't they? The training that they go through, they're just ready for it. They just go in, don't they? They don't care. They really don't.
Well, that's what, like you say, that's what they're trained to do, and it's one of them where they go in and it's...
They just don't even think about it, do they? Just, that's it. I'm going in.
They live for that day, though. They live to that call-up. When they go in,
I can imagine.
Like,
yeah.
They live for the call-up when it's, you're ready.
They want action, don't they? They want to go in and they want to...
That's what they sign up for, isn't it?
Yeah, of course
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Don't know. What are you looking for there, Davy's channel?
I'm looking for his channel, yeah. Carl Morgan on the Sean Ryan show. It was called Blue. Was it called Blue something?
Blue something, yeah. We'll
Blue
find
something
it.
Solutions, wasn't it? Something.
Just going to pop a little subscribe on
Blue
there.
Bearing, is that what it was?
Blue Bearing Solutions.
Yeah, that's
Is he
right.
on? Yeah, he's on 12,000 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
brilliant.
Just balls of steel.
Yeah, they do. That's what they're trained to do, isn't it? At the end of the day, and it's that's what we rely on, and that's what we rely on for our safety across the globe.
Absolutely. It's always nice and dramatic with popomedic as
Yeah,
well,
isn't
isn't
it?
it? The music's
Yeah,
great,
it's
isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's got to be the best.
How's it go?
There you go. Why didn't you have a career in music? Man?
I don't know, that's it. Missing the boat now.
Up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. Anyway,
Nice.
hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next
Cheers,
one.
guys.
Cheers.